6 months ago, I had made a sneak peek from my Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl character assumptions and predictions for Nick Brawl 2. And I had Blossom in the back of the kitchen trying to beg for me to do Multiversus. And so now, 6 months later, we're finally doing it now. And just in time, because the game is going to release in a month. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be doing my predictions for the characters, of what characters I want to see from Multiversus and the ones that are going to be leaked. So currently there are 23 characters that have already been released for the beta versions. And they are Finn the Human and Jake the Dog from Adventure Time, Batman, Black Adam, Harley Quinn, Superman, and Wonder Woman from the DC universe, Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, Gizmo and Stripe from the Gremlins, the Iron Giant, Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, and the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes, Morty Smith and Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, Velma Dinkley and Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo, LeBron James from Space Jam: A New Legacy, Garnet and Steven from Steven Universe, Tom and Jerry, and an original character called Rain Dog, which has never existed before in the Warner Bros. Universe. Now, personally, I thought the roster was meh, in my opinion. I mean, there could have been a lot of great characters that have unfortunately been left out. But thankfully, we have a lot of leaks going on in the Multiverses, and I cannot wait for which ones that are going to be out by the release of the game. And I'm assuming that the trailer is going to come out pretty soon. I really hope so. At least that's what I recall. So, okay. The characters that I got down so far that have been leaked are the Joker from Batman, Scooby-Doo, Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes, Nubia from Wonder Woman, The Flash, Raven and Robin from Teen Titans, Gandalf and Legolas, I'm sorry if I mispronounce these names, from Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter and Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter movies, Fred Flintstone from the Flintstones, Johnny Bravo, Mad Max, Ben 10, Godzilla, the Powerpuff Girls, King Kong, Neo from The Matrix, Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, Emmett from the Lego Movie, Samurai Jack, Static Shock, Poison Ivy from Batman, Craig of the Creek, the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. Okay, this is going to be a hard one for me to pronounce. Okay, is it Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, Beetlejuice, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot from the Animaniacs, Marceline from Adventure Time, Mordecai and Rigby from Regular Show. And as far as I know of, there has also been another leak that from Papa Gino's that he's not going to reveal. That was a specific Cartoon Network exclusive character. And it's been like about a year when he did this. And many people have been trying to guess what character it is. And since we supposedly have a leaked art of a newer Cartoon Network show, I'm pretty much assuming that it is going to be Dexter's Laboratory. That's at least what I can acknowledge from the concept art that I found on the internet. I really don't have much time to show you it, since you can look it up for yourself, because I'm lazy. Lol. But there's also some characters that aren't leaked that I would really like to see to be on the roster. Okay, first off, I haven't seen any horror movie characters, and it would be a great addition to add a horror movie character into the roster. My best option would be Reagan McNeil from The Exorcist. You know, that scary face that you all know from the Scary Maze game. You all know that. That terrifying face. That terrifying face that really just terrifies the pants out of you. The next character I would like to see is, I don't know if a lot of people remember this movie, but I've actually watched the movie some time ago, and I really enjoyed it. The movie was called The Never Ending Story. It's also owned by Warner Brothers, and the character I would like to see from the movie is Moonchild. You know, that young girl, like by the end of the movie, she has all these magical powers. And it really makes sense as the story is about a huge fantasy. And I think that makes a lot of sense. The next character or characters that I like to see is going to be kind of more of a weapon-based character. So I don't really see a lot of characters with like metallic weapons other than swords or something like that. But I think the best bet would have to be Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon. I guess I think they really count as the assassin category, and they'll have lots of guns and machines. And I think they'll make great additions for this roster. The next character I would like to see is a rare Warner Brothers show that came out during the 90s. The show was called Tiny Toon Adventures, and I have two characters that I would love to see. The first one is going to be Elmira. Elmira Duff. She's like the counterpart of Elmer Fudd, if you don't know that already. She's this animal-obsessed girl. She's this crazy animal-obsessed girl that just loves to squeeze the daylights out of them. And I think she'll make a lot of progress to being a big comic relief character. And the other character from Tiny Toons I want to see is my girl, Fifi LaFume. I think we all know the controversy behind Pepe Le Pew. But I personally think Fifi LaFume would be a very unique addition to the roster. And really goes around very attractive. She'll just flirt with other people, put them into trance. I think this will be a very fantastic addition. And speaking of the Dexter leak, I would love to see Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. I think it's really likely given the concept art, as we haven't seen Dexter in a long time, and I would love to see him return as a playable character. Another character I have not seen return in a long time as a playable character is Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I think he is going to be a great addition. I think he'll be like this kind of runaway, avoidant type of character. Sonic the Hedgehog, from Smash Brothers. I think he'll kind of act this way, similar. I'm sorry, I just have a really bad cough. Other characters, and this character I really want to see is the next character I like to see as a joke character, kind of more of a joke character, would be Cow and Chicken. This would absolutely crack me up if they got revealed. I don't think it's likely, since not a lot of people are very fond of the show. But I would love to see them as more of a joke character. Like, you know, kind of like Minecraft Steve and the Wii Fit trainer. I think they'll make a great, unique addition to the roster. And to add in more Steven Universe characters, I would like to see Amethyst and Pearl. I think they'll have very unique moves. And since we already got Garnet and Steven, I think Amethyst and Pearl would make great additions to the franchise. And I would love to see them. And finally, the last character I want to see is the Ice King from Adventure Time. Come on, you gotta love Ice King. He's like probably one of the greatest villains of all time. Come on, dude, you gotta have Ice King. So, there you have it. Those are all the characters that I would wish to see. And thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.